What's up, you guys? Scott here. So there you are doing the normal things on social media to try and get clients, and you receive a personal message from what could be a potential coaching or therapy client asking you for your price. Now, your instincts might kick in and you think, well, in order to get this client, I'm going to send them my prices. Then I'm going to see if they want to buy and potentially become my new client. Before you let your instincts ruin another sale, I want you to consider this. This circumstance right here is not only common, but how you treat it is going to be really, really important in order to make your next sale. Now, if your instincts are telling you to just send your price, please don't. Instead, what I want you to do is watch this entire video, especially to the end, because I'm going to give you a copy and paste template, which you can use on Facebook, you can use on Instagram, you can even use it via email whenever you get that what can be an annoying question of what are your prices. So I want you guys to firstly realize that there's a couple of things happening behind this message which makes this circumstance so unique. You do not want to risk losing another sale by sending the wrong message, giving your price too early, or essentially not knowing what to say. So in this video, guys, I'm going to break down what's happening behind this message, what to look out for, plus I'll give you an easy copy and paste message that you can use across all your social media platforms that will help you save some sales. So let's get into it. So the first thing to realize when you get this message, guys, is really understanding what's happening behind the scenes. So when you get that, I want your prices message, this is probably what your clients are thinking. Just like you in normal life, you've probably done this before where you've shopped for price. Therapy and coaching is no different. And we can't really blame people for wanting to search around for something cheaper. But we also got to realize with so much competition that you're aware of, your potential clients are also aware of this competition as well. So if they want to go shopping around and find something cheaper, so be it. Don't take it as a criticism for yourself. Don't take it as a criticism that, wow, this is the way the rest of my career is going to be. I'm never going to be able to build a business from this. Just realize this is sometimes what people do. And if that's the case, even next when I show you what the best responses are, just let people go. On top of that, also realizing that you don't want to give your prices out over Messenger or via email is you want to pull people back into the system, guys. It's very, very hard to convince someone over Messenger by giving them your price and then expecting them to go, wow, you know, when your prices are expensive, wow, this is quite good value for money. Pull people back into your system, guys. Get control of the circumstance. Get control of the strategy call, the sales call, the clarity call, whatever you're doing, because now you can control the way your client thinks to a certain extent by asking them the right questions. You can give them your offer. You can give them the price. You can break down exactly what you do for them in a controlled scenario. Like I said, if your prices are $1,500, knowing that your clients will probably price shop anyway, could you imagine sending them $1,500? As a response to their price question? What do you expect them to think? They're not going to think it's cheap. And it's going to be very, very hard for you to justify that higher price unless you do a strategy call. So they're the two main things to realize. And I realize this for myself as well. When someone sends me a message about price, number one, they're probably shopping around. And if I can't get them on a call, so be it. Number two, I'm going to try my very best effort to pull them into my system so I can give them all the details they need, but also justify my higher prices. So if you're wondering what's the best response to these questions, let's move over to the next part of this video. I'm going to give you guys 3 responses that we use in my coaching company, but I also teach my students to do as well. I'll also leave these in the description. You can copy and paste these as well. So next time you get a message over Facebook, over Instagram, asking you for your prices, you'll have the best responses. So let's go. What I have for you guys here is 3 different responses that I still use in my coaching company today, and something we actually teach our 100K coaching students. So you can never say, guys, I don't give you a lot of value. I'm giving you a sneak peek of what we actually teach, but I'm going to give you guys this for free today because I think it's really, really important. What I'll do to make this really, really simple is I'll copy and paste these into the YouTube description, guys. And, you know, you can take what I have here, you can amalgamate this for your different niche and get a bit more personalized, but there's a really big goal with this as well. There's going to be a point, or there is a point as an example, where our students start getting to like the $20,000 to $30,000 per month mark. And it's really, really important that they can start to pass off these jobs to a virtual assistant or a VA. It's something we teach all of our students how to hire a VA, which we actually train their VAs for them. And this is part of the training that we give to our students' VAs, because guys, you want your VAs doing this work for you. When you're busy doing 20 to 30 grand a month, there's better activities that you need to be doing each and every day beyond just sending out responses and messages to people. So part of our strategy is organic outreach. And a part of that strategy is knowing what to respond to when that organic outreach that your VAs would actually send out to your potential clients, what happens when you start to get responses. So this is something you can definitely pass off to your VA to replicate this for you. This is the last thing you need to be doing when you're doing 20 to 30 grand per month. But if you don't have a VA, you're not even close to maybe that $10,000 a month, you can use these responses and just do this yourself. It's really, really simple. However, all right, let's get into it. So when you get that question of what are your prices, here are the responses we use, and I suggest you use these as well. I'll give you 2 examples, then I'll give you a responding message to the responses when clients don't get the hint, when they don't want to do a call. I'll show you what to say to them as well. Remember, the whole idea behind this is to save sales. All right, so the first one is I just say something like, hi, name. So obviously put in their name. Great to hear from you. This is a great question. My price is totally custom based on what you need. And that's why we always try to set up a quick call to find out if it's a good fit. And I can be absolutely sure that I can help you. However, the average price range is anywhere between $997 and $2,000. Now, the reason I've put this in here, because this is the cost of my 100K coaching program. It's $997 full pay. Plus we have a couple of payment plans, which roughly works out to be about $2,000 for the program. So the question might be, well, Scott, should I put my price in there? I think it's okay. And we've tested both and we've had great responses. It's okay to have a ballpark because clients sometimes like that. But however, there's always a negative to this as well. Clients might see that price and instantly turn them off, and that's okay. Anyway, remember what I said before, clients, when they're asking for a price, they're really just shopping around, let's be honest. So this gives them a quick example. So we use this for our message. I actually have these prices here and it works out really, really well. We've also tried it without the price with just as good a result. So you want to test these things for yourself. So when you have 15 minutes this week to talk through our different plans, if it's easier, book a call here. So we would normally put in my Calendly link. Now, the reason I want to do a quick call is because I want to find out, is this person even the right fit for a strategy call? So inside the system that we teach, we do this. Part of it will be organic outreach, where we'll actually send messages out to our potential clients. They'll respond yes, and we want to get them on a 15-minute call. We give our students 4 questions to ask on these calls, and then what we do is figure out, okay, based on the answers I got from the 15-minute call, we call this an icebreaker call, allows you to get a bit of rapport and get to know that person. Then we assess if they're a good fit for the actual strategy call. There's a couple of hoops we have our students jump through. Also, what our students do for their clients as well, because like I said just before, you want to allow your clients to follow your rules. Don't let them take over your process. You don't want to be just taking on any client. Now, if you're only charging $100, okay, I would honestly just send your price, because if that scares off somebody at $100, they're never going to be a good client. So this is really based on when you get to like that $1,000, $1,500 mark, $2,500, $5,500. We talked about price in numerous video guys, but if you're still only charging $100, you don't want to raise your prices. I wouldn't even bother with this. I would just send out your price. No point really having that conversation. It's only for $100, not really worth your time. So that's the first response. That has a bit of a price in there as well. But what's important here, the most important part of this is I want to make sure I can actually help you. Most therapists and coaches just assume they can help everybody because they want to make a sale. They get that client in, they get no results, then that client wants their money back. So really do some diligence here, guys. Can you actually help this person? There's no point offering something if you can't help people. That's just ridiculous. You're going to have to give out refunds, and it's going to be tarnishing your name as a great therapist as well. So that's option number 1. Like I said, these will be in the description. Option number 2, hi name, great to hear from you. I just missed out a couple of words. Great to hear from you. Good question. I'm more than happy to give you my prices, but I've found the best thing to do first is to jump on a quick call so I know exactly what your problem is, if I can actually help you and design the best outcome for you. So with this one, I've left out the price. So it's slightly different, but it still encapsulates the most important points. Let's jump on a call. Let's sort of get some rapport. Let's work out exactly what your problem is and if I can actually help you. And let's design the best outcome for you. Now, I'm sure you want to work with me if I could not get you the results that you desired. Does this make sense? I think it's important to ask a question here. It keeps the conversation going. When do you have 15 minutes this week to talk you through our different plans? If it's easier, book a call here. Just leave that Calendly link. Okay. So usually with this type of response, we get someone typing back saying, yes, Scott, that makes a lot of sense. I appreciate your time. I'm going to book a call now. Okay. So it shows they're answering the question, and you want to make sure you have that call booking link as well. Okay. Yes, you want to continue on the conversation. But if the conversation starts going beyond like 5, 6, 7, 8 messages back and forward, you're wasting your time. I tell all my VAs to try and keep the conversation down to maximum 3 responses. So back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. That's 3 responses in total. If it goes back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, and you spend the whole day trying to build rapport, and I hear a lot of coaches and therapists and experts talking about this. You want to build rapport, you want to take your time with your client. I don't see the point in spending 8 hours with somebody back and forward on a message, rapport, doing this, doing that. But at the end of that 8 hours, they say, well, by the way, I can't really afford this. Thank God you got rapport with someone who can't afford it. You're going to spend 8 hours messaging 20, 30, 40, 50 people and having conversations going. Don't drag on the conversation. So you send out these responses. Now, sometimes something's going to happen. There's a couple of responses you're going to get. People are going to say, no, that's fine, or they just won't respond at all, which means they weren't a good client anyway. They're going to come back and say, great, yes, that makes sense. I'll book a call now, which is thumbs up, guys, well done. Or you're going to get those annoying clients. Is annoying the right word? Let's just use annoying. They're going to come back and say something like this. No, Scott, can you just send me your prices? I have people even swearing at me saying, fucking hell, Scott, just send me your price. I'm too busy for this shit. If I get rude responses, I block people. I don't have time, and I tell my VAs, don't allow rude people to talk to you. If they're rude to you, block them, get them off social media. If they come back, however, and they're still nice, say, Scott, I understand, but I really want your price. There's that but word, I really want your price. This is what we say. And it's a little bit more affirmative. I'm taking my stance here. So I say, thank you, Joe, for responding. Like I said, I want to make sure I'm the best fit for you and I can actually help you. I do not just take on any clients, which I'm sure you can appreciate. If you're not up for a quick call where we can go through all the details, I would suggest finding another therapist or a coach. Best regards, Scott. Now, what's cool here is I've taken a stance here, okay? And I like ending it with best regards because that's how you would end an email. That's how you would end it, like a conversation. Like, okay, this is the last straw for me. This is my last response. You either do it this way because this is in the best interest of you, not just for me, even though it sort of is because I want to take them through my system and control that type of thing. But if you don't like this, that's fine. I can't help you. Okay. The whole point here is, guys, don't allow your clients to ruin your system. Don't allow them to take you away from the normal way that you work on your business or work in your business. Sorry. If you do strategy calls and clarity calls, don't change the rules for rude people. Don't change the rules for anybody. You're in control. It's your business. Once you send this is affirmative. This stands your ground. If a client comes back and says, look, I just want your prices, I usually just send a message saying best of luck. That's it. They keep responding and being annoying, I block them, okay? But usually at this point, when I send this one out, a little bit more affirmative, clients will come back and say, look, Scott, I really appreciate it. That makes total sense. I understand. Sorry for being, annoying, whatever they say. I'm going to book a call now. This sounds great. So I'll let them know, hey, I'm not going to take any shit from you. Just follow the process. It's in your best interest to do a quick call with me. Then, me to give you a price, you're going to go shopping elsewhere. So I saw a couple of spelling mistakes, guys. I know, forgive me. I'll pop these into the description, guys. You can copy and paste this, but I hope it gives you a sense, guys, of how to start saving these sales. Everybody you speak to can become a potential client, but don't just take on clients for the sake of it. Do not give your price straight away. If it's only $100, $50 you're charging, go ahead and do it. You're not going to save them anyway. Your business is pretty much screwed anyway. This isn't really going to help. But if you are having those higher prices and you're really serious about saving these sales, you have to know what to say next. And like I said, furthermore, when you guys get to the point of hiring a VA, you want to train your VA. We actually train your VAs for you if you're part of our 100K coaching program, where they can do this responding too. What's really, really cool is like I could be on social media. I could be doing like recording a YouTube video like this. I've got 2 VAs in the background right now, both having conversations with multiple people. And they're just following a system. If the client says this, respond with this. If they respond with this, copy and paste this message. And it's so awesome to have all of this as a system, as a process, because there's no thinking required. It means we can get really, really efficient with the time. Like I said, it's something we teach all of our students to do as well. But like I said, long-term, you want to have your VA do this for you. But also remember, don't go back and forward with your clients. If you're spending like hours upon each day just talking to one client, they're not going to buy. Forget about the whole, I've got to have reports about getting to know garbage. Because you could spend all day, like I said, for that client, turn around and say, oh, okay, I'm busy anyway. I'll get back to you next week. What a waste of time. Messages, respond, get a response, respond, get a response, and then just wait to see what happens. Allow them to make the next move, but do not change the rules of your clarity call or your strategy call. Who cares if the person gets rude? If they get rude, just block them. There's no need for rudeness in your business. But guys, hopefully that made sense. Like I said, probably said about 5 times now, as I normally do. I'll pop these into the description. Copy and paste, guys. Like I always say, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Make sure you connect with me, guys, on Facebook as well. Just look for my personal page, Scott Jansen, just the dorky guy with the glasses as well. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Thanks for joining me on this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.